Sir Ian Duncan-Smith.
Mr. Speaker, I'm grateful to you for granting this UQ, and I follow from the UQ by my honourable friend. I say to my right honourable friend, just for the purposes of the House, it's worth reminding everybody what happened at the Chinese consulate. In the grounds on Sunday, an appalling attack took place on a peaceful protester who was dragged into the consulate grounds and seriously abused. And we saw those appalling videos of Bob Chen being dragged into those grounds and abused. And it now appears that the Consul-General played a part in that physical attack. Mr. Chan is a Hong Kong refugee who we have welcomed over here. I and others are working to help those get out of Hong Kong across the floor. We've worked together. And that community now feels very frightened by what is going on in the UK by the Chinese government's representatives. And he, Mr. Chen, gave a statement for the first time to the media yesterday, Mr. Speaker, and it was a very moving statement. He spoke of how badly bruised and damaged he is and how frightened he is, and his wife and child were in the room as well at the same time. I thought it was very brave of him because he now fears being targeted by the Chinese Communist Party here in the United Kingdom. So I say to my right honourable friend that now overnight we discover that the Consul-General has himself admitted that not only did he take part in this attack, but that he was responsible, in his own words, for pulling his hair and tearing his scalp. This is the Consul-General, let alone the others that were there. So I, like many others, members of IPAC and others within this House, have worked together on helping Hong Kong refugees, and I credit the government in the work that they have done to get them over here on the B&Os. But I now urge the government to be much, much clearer than just using diplomatic language. I urge the government to make it clear, in the light of this new evidence, that it's not just unacceptable that any consulate individual should have taken part in anything like this, but that any consulate individual who is proved to have been one of the perpetrators of this outrageous and violent attack on Mr. Chen will be made persona non grata immediately and sent back to China. The government has the diplomatic power to dismiss them. Whether or not there are criminal proceedings, the fact is we do not want them here in the UK and they must go. And I urge my right honourable friend to come to the dispatch box and show the resolution that is necessary to send that message to China, despite what others and officials may say, be careful of tit for tat. Ignore that. Get to the dispatch box and simply say they will leave the United Kingdom. Any one of them that was in on that attack is not welcome, and the ambassador will be informed of that forthwith.
Minister.
Well, I thank my right honourable friend very much indeed for his further remarks. We should be absolutely clear that participating in an assault, if that is what is determined to have happened, is completely outside the expectations of our rule of law, that we would expect, if such a thing had taken place, as the question was raised in the House only 2 days ago in front of the British consulate in Shanghai, we would, of course, refer the matter to the local policing authorities, as would have been expected to have been done in this case. So I take the point the honourable gentleman makes very strongly. And, of course, he's also right to insist, as he insisted in the previous question that we discussed on this, that the diplomatic channel and the legal channel are distinct. And I have seen the footage that he describes, and I have to say I think it looks very black indeed, and damning indeed. But there isn't a process that we're going through, and we need to make a factual determination. And once that is done, as I have said, diplomatic consequences, if it is found to have been as we fear it may be, that is to say, a criminal offence of some kind, diplomatic consequences will follow.